Guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about a couple different things. First of all, I'm going to go over this Borka Tools. I've been using this thing nonstop, and I got to say, this tool set is awesome. I've used this more times than I can even count over the last week alone. And I'm going to kind of go over it a little bit, show you guys how to use this little torque driver in here, as well as some of the additional items that come with this kit. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to install this Radian Afterburner Ramjet on my 43X, and then we're going to install this multi-reticle emitter, the MRE red dot from Griffin Armament onto my PSA dagger. All right, so first up, Borka Tools. Borka Tools, this was sent out to us a while back, probably about a month or so ago, and I've had a chance to test it. I mean, I've used this thing quite often. And what this is a little kit, has a torque driver in it. So what we have inside the kit here is a bunch of different things. So first off, got a little wrench here, a little brush that you can utilize to clean off lenses and whatnot. We have some cleaning rods, and these are not meant to clean the actual weapon or firearm. These are actually in case you have a stuck casing or something stuck in your barrel. You can use this to punch out that obstruction. Moving over, this is the torque driver, which we'll go over here in a sec. And then we got a little socket here on a little extended platform. Additionally, on the inside, a bunch of different bits that you can utilize, and for whatever optic mounting, that you're looking to do, or just dialing in some sort of screw, zeroing your stuff, all kinds of different ones here. And they do have additional bits that they do sell on their website or on Amazon, I believe. But I'll go ahead and link this down below if you are interested. And then they have the extended kit here. So here's a bunch of extensions that you can utilize. This is going to be awesome for some of my gas blocks that I have that are underneath the handguard, where typically I would have to carry around an Allen wrench and then get in there. But this is going to be awesome. Additionally, you guys probably seen me use this several times already on the videos, but this is another screwdriver that you can pick up to add to this kit as well. And this comes in handy. You can pull this guy off. I usually use this to, do my dials when I'm zeroing my platforms. So right here, they got what they call their saw, and this is to be able to get your cans off. And the mouth actually opens up pretty wide to get around a can and then turn it off. I know several times where I had a can that was stuck, and this actually helped me out last week getting one of my cans off. All right, so in the main kind of feature for this kit is this little torque wrench here, and this is really handy, and I've used this several times, and it's pretty awesome. So what this is inch-pounds torque driver, and from on this side right here, you got 10 to 27, and on the opposite side, you have 28 all the way to 70 inch-pounds. And whatever side you're using is going to determine which button you're going to apply pressure to, and we'll go over that here in just a second. But to properly show you guys that, we're going to install the Griffin Armament MRE on my PSA dagger. So let's get into it. Let's install this guy, and I'm going to show you how that torque wrench works. All right, so what I got here is my PSA dagger, and I've had this for quite some time now. Didn't really do anything to it. This is more something I shoot with a can on all the time, just to kind of mess around at the range. But we're going to check the firearm. The firearm is clear. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on this. So I'm going to use their screwdriver here, and then we're going to try to find the right bit here. All right, and this is just in an RMR footprint mount, the PSA daggers. If you haven't messed with those, they're decent. I mean, for the price, not bad. All right, so coming in the Griffin MRE package, you get your red dot here. And so here's the MRE, the multi-reticle emitter. So this has 3 different reticles in here that you can pick from, which we're going to check out here. But in the case, you got your optic with a Picatinny mount that we're going to take off here, a bunch of different screws, the battery, and a bunch of different Allen wrenches that we're not going to utilize because I got mine here. So let's get some of this out of the way. And what I'm going to do is put this in my little tray here so I don't lose stuff. Super handy. I picked this up at Harbor Freight just because I was constantly losing little pieces, and I just throw them in here now and it's magnetized, so those will not be going anywhere. All right, so let's get this guy mounted on here. All right, let's screw these on, get it semi-tight. All right, there it is. I like that, it's looking good. I like that window. All right, now we're gonna get to the torquing portion. So here's your wrench. I believe this calls for 15 inch-pounds, so 15 inch-pounds. So here's this piece right here. So what you wanna do is you remove this little beveled piece, and then there's an arrow right there that you see, and what you do is you're gonna line that up on whatever side that you need to set it on. So in my case, I have 15 inch-pounds. I'm going to put this on this side, and it doesn't have to be exactly close right now. And we're going to flip it around. We're going to take this piece, and you're going to screw this on here. And as soon as it touches and makes contact, see, I can still slide it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on 15 inch-pounds, and then what we're going to do, this little dial right here, we're going to give that a quarter turn. All right, and now this is set. We're going to use this bit right here that we use to screw this down, put this guy in, and this right here, pretty nice too. You can just literally pull this down and it ejects your bit out of there, so pretty handy. But we're going to push it down. Now, the way to utilize this, what you have to do, you have to hold it in a certain way. So this is the way to hold it. And depending on how far your hand is from the button right here, you can move it to your pinky. You can move it over here if you're a lot closer to this side. But whatever works, or whatever setting you're on, you can manipulate that through your fingers. So in this case, I think right there is going to work out for me. So what we're going to do, we're going to tighten these to 15 inch-pounds. So just to make sure I'm on 15 inch-pounds, we are using the light side. The light side is indicated by the actual hole in the button. So you notice this doesn't have a hole and this side has a hole. So what we're going to do is make sure we're lined up here. I'm going to put my thumb on this button here. We're on the screw. Now we're just going to press it. I'm going to go even on both sides here. Still got a little bit of travel space here. All right. I like tightening both screws at the same time. I don't like doing just one and torquing it. All right, see how it clicked right there? So now it clicked, so now we know that screw is at 15 inch-pounds. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reset it. So now it's reset. We're going to do the same thing on the other screw here. Boom, and we're good. Now for me, I always like double checking multiple times. All right, so we are at 15 inch-pounds for both of those. So that is how this tool works. Now if we're on the heavy side, you would use this on the heavy side. So let's say we're doing some rings on an optic on an AR platform or something. Screw this guy in. All right, once it's on there, 30 inch-pounds, quarter turn. And now what we're on the heavy side. So as I'm turning, you're on that heavy side. So as I'm pushing, that takes a lot of force. Boom, and it snaps. Now we are at 30 inch-pounds if you're doing rings. So that is how you use the torque driver. This is really handy because I've taken this out to the range, and I've actually used this past week because I had something, I didn't do my due diligence and check something, and something was loose. So what I did is I busted this thing out and literally did it at the range, which was awesome. I didn't have to worry about over tightening it at the range. I had all the bits out there. I had the entire bag with me, and I was able just to take it out. Before I was carrying this big thing with all kinds of different torque wrenches, and like, look at this. I mean, this is kind of empty now because I've slowly pulled everything out, but this thing was packed. Now I don't have to do that. I literally just carry this little guy right here with the torque wrench in it, the bits, maybe some of the extended stuff, the screwdriver, and then I'm good to go. So shout out to Borka Tools, super awesome kit. Really like this, really handy. And what I'll do is I will link them in the description so you can check it out. And like I said, they have 3 different kits. They have an optics kit, an extended kit, or a performance kit, I believe it is. But you can purchase these separately. So I might actually look at their website and see what other, little tools or little things they have. And I might even pick some more up and utilize it. But this set is pretty awesome. Put this guy back together. Functions check. And I like that red dot. Super cool. Like I said, this is my little fun platform that I take out to the range with me to put my can on here and literally just have fun with it. But now I have a red dot on here. Let's turn this guy on. Yep, good to go. So super happy with this setup. All right, now we have our Glock 43X, and I'm going to install this Radian Ramjet. I do plan on making a full review on this thing. Right now I just wanted to kind of show you guys the Borka tool mount and me mounting this to the Opti. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the range and we're going to run this thing without it, and we're going to run this thing with the Radian Afterburner Ramjet to see if there is a difference. They claim there's a 40% decrease in recoil, and that this thing's pretty awesome. I do want to test if it does run 115 grain projectiles, because on their website they state that there could be issues if you're running 115 grain projectiles. We might have to bump this guy up to a little higher grain projectile or something, or some plus P. But let's check, make sure we're clear. This guy's clear. But let's check out what we got in this. So here it is. But here it is, guys. Look at that. I think it's just all the videos and pictures I've seen, I think this looks pretty awesome on this guy right here. And this thing, it is a little snappy just because the short, super short barrel on there. But this thing is gonna make it look pretty sweet. So, and these are legal in all 50 states. The barrel is not threaded, so it's just held in there with this set screw, and you can see right there is where that set screw goes into. So what we're going to do, we're just going to screw it down and torque it, which I believe it calls for 15 inch-pounds as well. All right, let me get my torque, and again, we're going to go 15 inch-pounds. So, and all I'm doing is using my thumb to apply pressure to turn. The only pressure I'm applying is my thumb to the actual button. And I'm rotating on this little bevel right here. There we go. 15 inch-pounds. Man, look at that. Do a little functions check, make sure everything's good. But there it is. That looks pretty sweet. And then what I have for holster placement, that was like one of my big concerns with this guy right here, was type of holster. So what I'm running here, this is the newer sidecar holster from T-Rex Arms, probably one of my favorite holsters. And it still fits the holster, so if you're worried about that, don't worry about it. It'll still fit open side holsters. You will have a little bit of the compensator hanging out, but to me that doesn't bother me. I can still carry this. But if you are worried about this and you want this covered up, you're at the range, you're you're sending a lot of projectiles through this thing or training, and this thing will heat up, well, and then your appendix carrying this can actually burn the crap out of you. So if you are worried about that, which I'm not, you can get the 48 holster, the Glock 48 holster, and then this will cover it up, because this is pretty much the same length now as the 48. So pretty cool. Can't wait to test it out. We will be doing a review on this guy and doing a little comparison with the compensator on there and then without the compensator on there, and see if it they claim that it makes it different. It is pretty pricey, I do have to say. I did purchase this myself, so buying that, just this piece up here in the barrel kind of hurt a little bit, because they are a bit pricey. But I think I really love the look of that. I mean, it looks pretty cool. yeah, can't wait to run it and test it out. Quick video, just wanted to show you guys an overview of the Borka Tools. Highly recommend this. This is just fantastic. If you've made it this far in the video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'll leave a link in the description for this tool. Stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see you guys in the next one.